Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, technologists. I am Karil Naparate, presenting the sociocultural theory. So, what is sociocultural? Sociocultural theories delve into the recognition of learning and development that underscores and the social and cultural influences in a child's environment and relations with adults and peers. The child is immersed in the life of the community where he or she grows up in. He or she lives in and practices the traditions and customs and imbibes the values, and all these affect how he or she behaves, thinks, interacts, or relates with others, and most especially learns. He or she learns from culture, and this plays a significant role on his or her development. So, socioculturalism is a combination of social and cultural factors. So, for Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, it focuses on the essential learning and asserts that learning is an essentially social process in which the support of parents, caregivers, peers, and the wider society and culture plays a crucial role in the development of higher psychological functions. Let's move on to the information about who is Lev Vygotsky. Lev Vygotsky, 1896 to 1934. He is a renowned Russian educational psychologist who gave importance not only to the preparation of the learning environment for the child, but most especially to the child's active participation in this environment and the role social interaction has in these processes. This is for Edwards, 2006, according to Edwards. He posits that development is contingent on the perspectives about life and the world as presented by cultural tools such as signs, symbols, tags, graphics organizers, language, and others which were utilized for this purpose. He further describes three means by which a cultural tool is passed on from one person to another, which is first is where one person mimics or emulates the other. Second, instructed learning, wherein guidelines are given by the teacher and these guidelines are utilized to regulate one's own behavior. Third, collaborative learning, which considers people working hand in hand, cooperating with one another to accomplish a task. This is according to Tomasolo et al. 1993 as cited in McLeod 2007. Okay, let's move on to Vygotsky's form of language 1987, which social speech. Social speech is external communication used to talk to others, typically from the age of 2. And private speech is directed to the self and serve as an intellectual function, typically from the age of 30. Inner speech, it is a function in itself. It still remains speech, typically from the age of 7. Then external speech, thoughts is embodied in words. But when we say private speech, it is they are self-talking to their self while doing the things na keep them going. Example is they are keep talking while writing, drawing, playing, and that is private speech. Like they are teaching their own self to do what they are doing. So the zone of proximal development, or ZPT, which refers to tasks that a child is unable to do by himself or herself, but it is able to undertake with the guidance or a more competent, knowledgeable person. This goes beyond the actual level of development to a potential level of a development with the help of an adult or a more experienced peer. For ZPD to be successful, the child and the other person or adult or peer should have the different approach to accomplishing the task and ultimately come to a common understanding of how things should be done. It refers to the difference between what a learner can do without a help and what she or he can achieve with the guidance and encouragement from a skilled partner. We have this term proximal. It means refers to those skills that learner is close to mastering, and there is 5% actual achievement without the help of others. There is also 90% of proximal achievement with more knowledge at other guidance, and with the difference between actual and potential. So what is scaffolding? Scaffolding consists of the activities provided by the educator, a more competent peer, to support the student as he or she led through the zone of proximal development. So Vygotsky coined a definition of instructional scaffolding that focused on teacher practices. He defined this as the role of teachers and others in supporting the learner's development and providing support structures to get to the next stage or level. Raymond 2000. That's all, and thank you.